This story takes place many years ago in a small town in Mexico. My grandma and her best friend were teenagers at the time. They were both extremely excited to find out there would be a dance soon. Considering they were in a small town and in a time of little to no technology, this dance was one of the biggest events of the year. It was all the girls would talk about when they were together, and all they thought about in their day to day. What they'll wear, what bands will play, and cute guys they might meet. Finally, the day of the dance arrives, but something came up that neither of the girls thought would happen. Her best friend's parents say no, she doesn't have permission to go to the dance. The girls were devastated. This dance was everything to them, and they were supposed to enjoy it together. But like most kids, their parents' word is law. Grandma's best friend told her to go and enjoy the dance for both of them, to which my grandma reluctantly agreed. As the night of the dance wore on, the noise of the bands and festivities could be heard across the town. The sounds were like nails to a chalkboard for the best friend. She just couldn't handle it anymore and decided she would sneak out. She escaped without making any noise and hurried over to the dance. When she arrived, it was everything she thought it would be. The sounds of the live band could not drown out the noise of the excited crowd of people. My grandma was in disbelief when she saw her best friend. How did she manage to convince her parents to let her come, she thought. Not wanting to think about it too much, they happily danced the night away. Then, out of nowhere, a man appeared in front of them. A man she described as normal looking, although he did have a certain charm. There wasn't a trace of animosity or repulsiveness to him. The man stood in front of my grandma's best friend and asked her if she would like to dance. She looked over at my grandma before accepting and giving him her hand. My grandma watched as they were dancing. She was glad that her best friend managed to come and enjoy herself. Then she saw as the couple embraced closer. Suddenly they stopped dancing and smoke started coming out of both of them. My grandma watched in horror as the smoke slowly surrounded them. Everyone had turned to look at them, just as fire from like a firework ignited at their feet, and they flew up into the night sky. Her best friend screamed a vile, bloody scream the whole time, and then they were gone. People screamed out in terror saying it was the devil. The party came to a complete stop, with everyone in shock as they ran away as fast as they could. The person with the most questions was my grandma. What happened? What did she just witness? And more importantly, where is her best friend? Many sleepless nights ensued and overwhelming guilt never left her mind. She couldn't help to think that it was partially her fault. Her best friend should have never came to the dance. For a long time she was left broken and in fear as to what had happened. Her best friend was never seen again.